Sorry for not cutting that out, but hey, welcome to tablet cameras where they apparently like to zoom in and out, or mostly just zoom in for no apparent reason. Anyways, a few days back I did a video called The Weirdest Moment in My Life. Now, funny enough, this just like a few days after it, that weirdest moment has completely changed. It's not about the same subject at all, but it's a weird one. Um, it's like to have a little bit of backstory on the situation, what happened. I have like something on my arm. It's something that actually is. They actually, yeah, I don't know what to call it, but like this is rarely seen. Like I want to say it's never seen, but I think that's BS. But like it's something that you don't. It's something very rare that I have on my arm. It's like nothing that holds me back. It's just sorta ugly looking kind of thing, and we wanted to check out what it was. So we got to the doctor, and they didn't know what it was either. And they sent it to a hospital because what it works by where I live, like you go to see a doctor and then you have the hospital. Like if you get what I mean, like the first thing where I wasn't going, it wasn't a hospital, but it was just not a drugstore either, of how you ever like to call it. But we went to see a doctor and they didn't know what it was either. And they sent it up, and eventually I didn't get to hear it when I was then, so we went home. Now, so I was on my bicycle. Yes, on my bicycle, and I was on my bicycle, and I I was going downhill, and I was going really fast because, well, when you go downhill, you go really fast, and that's also what happened there. So I was going downhill, and like I came downhill from a bridge, and next to that bridge is like a roundabout if you go with the cars, but if you go with a bicycle, you have to go underneath that roundabout in a tunnel. So we went to the tunnel, and then this is like the weirdest thing that I ever saw. Like, what was he doing? He was like, there was this man. He looked. I don't want to offend everybody because I am always quite honest when I say this to people, but that guy looked really homeless, and I didn't want to say it to him because I think he was like the way how he was dressed. He looked like very dirty, not like dirty in an like a 13-year-old. Anyways, so I thought that man was homeless, and but that was okay. He was probably like under the bridge if rain would come, So I would think in the first place when I saw him, you would think he was there to have shelter for the rain. You would think, but that's not the case. At least I think so, because what I was end up seeing is, I don't know if this is actually like something people do, but like he had like this brush. Yes, he had this brush, and he like brushed the street. I don't know what he was doing. What also was weird there was all this kind of black stuff around him. Like you would almost be thinking that he would do a satanic ritual or something. That's a joke, but you get what I mean. It's I didn't know what was happening, and he was like brushing the ground like it was some very serious business, and I was just like racing by, and I, what was it I was thinking with that man? That he was just like sitting in the middle of the road. By the way, yeah, it was like where the bikers go. Like he was in the middle of, I'm going to call it the red path, because when you ride on a bike here, you have like a special path and it's red. I don't know if that's really always, if it's everywhere, or if you that have that too. That's okay. So sorry if that I yeah, actually wasted your time with that info, but I'm going to call these roads always red paths. So he was sitting on the middle of the red path, and Jesus Christ, Cabot. I thought he was the Goliath. Anyway, he was sitting on the middle of the freaking red path. Like, I don't know what he was thinking, but. And like, bikers came right behind him too. Like, I I would be thinking I didn't saw it, but if I heard the scream afterwards, I knew he was run over, because like bikers came up behind him real close, and he was just like sitting there, like not giving a crap, just doing his own thing, still brushing the street, not like, I didn't know what he was doing. So, and he was just sitting there, like just like, yeah, I'm just doing this, like it's he did it like it was breakfast. He was just like sitting there scooping the things up, all the black things around him, and he if I looked at him weird, he would look at me back very weird. I'll know that. Like, do you guys know what it is? Because I have never seen someone do this before. Like, he was just sitting in the middle of the road. The stoei cat, eh? He was sitting in the middle of the road. First of all, not where he was supposed to be, underneath in a tunnel, on the road, on the red paths, as I call them, and just fucking brushing the streets like it were his teeth, and just be sitting there like, is this like kind of a fetish or something to just like fucking fetish? I don't know the exact meaning behind fetish. Is it like what you like? Yeah, that came out smooth. But that's why would you do it? I mean, like that guy would, if it was, that guy would literally risk like getting run over by bikers to just brush the street. Like, you would think he would be there for cover for the rain, but no. And then why do people? So I was all confused when I eventually came back home. Like, why was there a guy in the middle of the road? I almost like drive him over. Actually, I knew to dodge him, but most of the time, I like swing around to the road. I go from left to right side of the road on my bike. Like, it's more in the middle, but I kind of like wobble to the left and the right. And in that way, I could have run him over, and he was just sitting in the middle of the road. And he wouldn't go away. There was literally this couple where I had it over of that he could be run over. Like, I saw him until they were almost in his back, literally like in his back side. Like, fucking literally, like, first of all, balls of steel, like, what? You're like, that's just confusing to me. But anyways, so I know I'm repeating myself, but I like to do a quick last look at what I said. So there was a guy in the middle of the road just scooping up black things with a brush in the middle of the road, about to run over, and just not giving a fuck.